Hello friends, this is your head professional Mark Butler, my assistant Jacob Baird. Today is our second part of the 90 Days to Better Golf. There's several pieces we're going to discuss. First week was speed, now we're talking about the backswing. There is a lot of, in amateurs, a lot of slide going back and a lot of hands working up and the body doesn't pivot at all. Okay, so one thing we're going to do to really help make sure we're turning is think of it like this. Kind of more that way. So for a right-handed golfer, as you take the club back, your right leg is going to lengthen. So, here's my flex in my knee as I take the club back. It's actually going to get more like extended. Get your pelvic tilt more to the ground, which all tour players have that instead of this move. And if you do that, it's really almost impossible to slide. Because now you're rotating back, good turn instead of this slide weak move. So as I set up to the ball, Jacob's going to help talk to us about width in the backswing.
So again, another fault that we see with a lot of amateur golfers is a lot of them will take the club back and get it way too inside. And then it wraps up here, and all it can do from there, the weight has to go out, the weight will come over, we get that classic over the top move. So this is a really good drill to be able to check the width in your backswing. So you're just going to put an alignment rod right behind the ball, and you can set your club on the alignment rod. And the goal is to start the club on the alignment rod and take it into the inside. And if you look here, you can see the club is ever so slightly outside of Mark's hands. Okay, it is not behind his hands and it's not too far out. What I don't want to see happen when you do this drill, right, is you don't have to keep the club on it, because if you do, the club starts to go back closed, even more closed, then we start getting up and it's going to loop back. We do not want to do that. Again, you're just going to start the club over the alignment rod, and it's going to fall ever so slightly inside. We get into a position where the club is outside the hands, and from there, he can take the club up, pivot his body like we talked about, and then there he can get into a much better position to hit the golf ball. Allows for a lot more consistency, but a lot more power, because you're no longer utilizing the club in an inefficient manner. You're using it in an efficient manner to where it can come up here, you can pivot, turn, and then come through the golf ball.
One thing that we've kind of found with technology that this is not true. Way back in the day, they used to say, all right, swing the club to toe up. As you can tell when we were doing that, it's not going to get there at waist high. So don't get overly concerned about doing this, because then you get a lot of wrist roll. That's why we see a lot of people hit it thin, low, fading it. One thing, so if you're going down the line camera view, obviously we're looking at our hand path here, but if I'm extending my trail leg, you should see a little bit of daylight between my two knees here. All right, when you see someone with not a lot of turn, the backswing, their knees just overlap, so their lower body hasn't generated any turn, not enough speed or power. That's one reason that we're losing distance. So hopefully this helps you. Continue working on your game throughout the winter, and we'll have a couple more videos to help your 90 days to better golf.